Okay, good. We're live. We're just going to get straight into it. Now, we need to start asking questions. I do get really tired of seeing so many people just don't ask questions, just believe whatever they say. It's crazy. I would like to, at this stage, invite you to remember what happened here. It's very important to understand what happened here on the day. It's absolutely imperative. But not just that. What about another one? What about this? It's not that far gone, you know, what happened here. We need to remember these things. Why am I saying these things now? Because the bigger the lie, the more believable it is. What an absolute farce what happened on this Trump rally. Unbelievable. We should be asking questions. If you want to sit there and believe every single thing the mainstream media are telling you, that version of the story, then fine. Absolutely, you can go away and sleep soundly at night knowing that you are being told the truth. What I am interested in is when I watch that clip a few times, and we're going to watch it together, something just doesn't add up. There are so many things which just doesn't add up. And I can understand when feelings are high, when people get triggered, you know, that's my president, how dare you? The Democrats are going, great, I'm glad. It's easy to stir the pot of this shit show, pretty much. It's easy. It's so easy to push people's buttons and trigger people. One of the things that I've beginning to discover a long time ago is to be impartial. Don't take sides, because if you do, you're easy to be controlled. Simple as that. You're either with Trump or you're against him. What about somewhere in between? Just let people run the show. And, you know, I realized that lots of my subscribers and fans and that are patriots as well. And I realized some of them over time are becoming to realize, actually, is he being paid like all of the others? That takes an incredible amount of research to dig stuff about everyone involved, whether they're prime ministers or presidents. We must be naive to think that someone who generally wants to make a positive change, who is not going to be taken out, is valid. It's crazy. So all I want to do is to propose questions and make you guys think about it, rather than just suck up the bullshit which is spreading all over the mainstream media. So Trump, a high value person, requires high value security. So apparently we're going to have a look at this. 120 meters away, clear target, no wind, perfect conditions. Any of you guys shoot will know with a high powered scope, etc., that is a very easy shot to make. But no, what do we understand? Why wasn't there any security on all rooftops around all of that stage? Why? That's a red flag straight away, because one would like to think that someone of such high value and importance would absolutely have the bare basics, and it is the bare basics. Any snipers out there will tell you that a vantage point from above is best, with direct line of sight, with no cover in between. Perfect. So why wasn't there secret services or whatever on that rooftop covering everything? Why was that rooftop not checked? Why was that rooftop having some, apparently some Democrat kid to start shooting? And the weird thing is 120 meters. So what have we got? 120 meters. So if you was to fire a 5.56 or a 7.62 round 120 meters away, that's not far, that's very close. It will be very loud. Looking at some of the pictures earlier, the rifle that was used had no silencer on it. But yet, when we look at the footage, the shooting sounds are very, very quiet indeed. Very quiet indeed. Any of you guys who spent time on ranges, the crack and the thump, it's loud. 120 meters isn't that far away. It really isn't that far away. Another thing, we're getting so many eyewitness reports saying there's a shooter on the roof, there's someone on the roof. This allegedly, now bear in mind, this incident hasn't happened that long ago. So more and more footage, more and more theories, more and more evidence is coming out. We're talking about what we know so far. Okay, so there will be periods in time after the release date of this video where all sorts of stories and things are going to present themselves to aid or fall apart this case or presentation. Okay, things are going to change. It's basically fluid. All I want to do is to ask people to start looking into things like this: a false flag, a red flag, whatever you want to call it. Okay, really look at the details in there. So eyewitness reports are saying there's a shooter. What happened? Apparently this went on for 7 minutes before the first initial shots were fired. 7 minutes. That is absolutely ample time for a crew to get up there and deal with the shooter. Absolutely plenty of time. Why didn't that happen? Why didn't that happen? And the weird thing is, when we watch this footage, you can hear it sounds like 3 shots. Then there was a 2-second delay, and there was rapid fire shots, which I suspect the rapid fire shots are a team engaging the target, i.e. the shooter. So the space between the first 3 shots being fired, then a space, was 2 seconds. So it all sounds a bit sketchy. There was a guy on the roof. Loads of people were saying there's a shooter up there. The police had 7 minutes. Nothing seems to happen. The guy was allowed to fire 3 or 4 shots away. And then within 2 seconds, the police were there and they killed him. They call it neutralized. The same as what they do in the UK Armed Forces. Okay, same thing, same thing. So 2 seconds. It's almost like they were there waiting for him to fire the 3 shots, wait 2 seconds, and then waste him. Simple as that. It doesn't make sense. There's so many holes in the official story, whether you're a Trump supporter or not. We all need to look at these points which I'm talking about, and we need to ask serious questions. Was this staged or was it natural? Did it appear to seem natural to you? If something like this was to happen to real, would you expect things to be different than what we are have been presented? I like to think they are. Seriously, you wait till you go through some of this. What we're going to do is we are going to show what happened. Okay, we got 700 people here in the chat. If you can share this, I would like everyone's input of what their views are and opinions are. But please don't let your whatever your views get in the way. We're just talking facts, okay? We don't want to be carried away with all of the bullshit. So let's watch what happened. And also, I'm going to draw your attention to, which I'm going to cover in a bit, where he said, wait. All video footage of what we are about to see. Why is it that when he says wait, the volume goes down just for that bit? There's a good reason for that, and we're going to come onto that in a bit.
That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
So you heard the 3 shots, the short space, then rapid fire. The rapid fire, I presume, are from the police team or the Secret Service team engaging the target. There's a big difference in style of shooting. 3 shots within a short time, and then rapid fire neutralizing a target. Okay, that's what sounds to have happened. So what I want to ask is, what you just saw, 3 shots were fired in Trump's direction. Look at all of the people around them. Apparently 1 person died and 1 was injured. We don't see anyone in the background having looked like they've been shot or they've been wounded. No one around the facility. In fact, look at all of the people in the background. How many of them are going, oh my God, someone's shot, and they're picking up and trying to help? Nothing. Not one single thing. And also, apparently someone was shot and killed. No names, there's been no footage, and yet the whole thing was live. Where's the person who died? Where's the person who got injured? There is nothing there. And in fact, when you look around at the reaction of the crowd, it's crazy. I would have thought, when you cast your mind back to what happened in Las Vegas years ago, where the shooter was up high and everyone was running around. Basically, half of the people were just sat there looking around, and half of them were trying to hide on the floor. Surely everyone would either be lying on the floor or running around, not looking around. It just doesn't make sense. If this was a real shooting, 3 or 4 shots got fired at Trump. One of them grazed his ear, and when you look at the close-ups of that, it looks like a BB gun. There's not even the chunk removed where the bullet went past. And in fact, some of the weirdest things were, if you was to just propose the idea that this is a huge publicity stunt. Just propose if there was a blood capsule behind his ear, and as soon as those gunfire shots went off and he went like this, straight away he was hidden out of sight. I'm not telling you this is what happened. I'm just telling you, what if this was to happen? And when he stood up sometime later, there's blood everywhere. There's no blood spray marks, or there's no wound or anything anywhere over his hair, just a little tiny bit behind his ear. Now, you're telling me that a gunshot just tickled his ear, didn't take a chunk out of it, and there's no blood sprays or anything anywhere. Don't forget, he was hidden out of view for some period of time. Anything could have happened whilst he was down there. So let's continue watching the footage.
Move it there. Hold. When you're ready, on you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go. Up. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Move it to the stair. Stair, get ready. Stair, get ready. You ready? Stop. Are we good? Shooter's down. Are we good to move? We're clear. Let's move. Let's move. We're clear. Come on. Let me get my shoes. I got you, sir. Let me get my shoes, sir. Hold on, your head is bloody. So we got to move to the class. Let me get my shoes. Okay, my shoes down. Watch out. Wait.
You see what I mean? When you heard it, as soon as he said, wait, that was really made quiet. Now, why would he say, wait, and then put his fist up? 7 seconds that all took. It's almost like, just propose, I'm not telling you, but just propose this was already planned and rehearsed in advance. And as soon as all of the stuff was to plan to happen and unfold, he was to walk over, but before he left, he put his fist up to give it that patriotic sort of salute. It's almost like he said, wait, we forgot to do this bit. And then it took a long time. 7 seconds is a long time to be stood with no protection around your face, with a shooter, as we've been told, the shooter's already down at this point. It sounds really fishy. As soon as them returning gunshots, it was all silence. Radio comms from all of the security teams would have definitely been incommunicado with the guys around Trump, the close protection guys. They would have been informed in an instant that the shooter's down, it's safe. They do one last check, they get the guy out of there ASAP. That is close protection protocol. The last thing you want to do is to have a high value target literally sitting there for ages and ages and ages. As soon as that threat risk is removed, the VIP is out of there. It took way too long, way too long. It just doesn't make any sense at all. And the amount already, the memes of Trump going like this with the American flag in the background, etc., are all over the place. Now, could this be a publicity stunt? Was this absolutely real? There's no lies. What we saw is exactly what happened. I just find it hard to believe So when that bullet just tickled his ear and all you can see is blood, there's no holes, there's no blood at all anywhere over his head. What about the people directly behind him? Surely 1, 2, or 3 bullets would have gone into those people and they would have died or got seriously wounded. But like we see, look at all of the people around him. We're pretty much thinking of the guys and girls on the right as we look at Trump. No one has hit the deck. No one is receiving medical attention. No one looks freaked out that someone just got whacked there. Yet we are being told that 1 person died, 1 person was injured, and no names have been released. Now, before you jump down my throat, I know that usually as protocol, the deceased or the injured, their next of kin will have to be notified before any names go public. I get that. I understand that. There is nothing anywhere. You go and look all over the internet. You find the names of the 2 people, 1 died and 1 injured. There's nothing anywhere. Nothing at all. So we're just going into the chat to see the responses. Yeah, there's all sorts of speculation going around on the internet that Trump was wearing a vest. Well, to be fair, with all of the BS going around between Republicans and Democrats, you know, it would be a really sensible idea to wear a vest. Absolutely. And yeah, you should have close protection ASAP right near you, not like 20 feet away. It just doesn't make any sense. In fact, when you look at all of the things that we are being presented, start looking into the things which I've talked about to try and satisfy your own curiosity. A lot of these things that we saw just doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. All seems a bit fishy, doesn't it? It really does seem fishy. So if you can share this video to get it out there, I really encourage anyone to type in the comment section, or if you're in the live chat, right, there's over 1,000 people right now in here. Just type in what you think happened. And also there's a poll as well. And the poll was, do you think it was staged? Yes or no? It's really simple. Now, you can still take part in that vote now, and you can probably change your vote if you wanted to. Because when we start looking at all of the things that stand out and to start questioning things, that's what we need to do. The amount of overwhelming trending drive towards that video that we just saw about all of the things happen. I smell a rat. Something doesn't add up here. And like I said at the foot of the video, when you consider what they pulled off on 9/11 and in the Capitol building, anything really is possible. And if that's still not enough, who remembers what happened in 2020? If they can do that, absolutely they can do something like that. As yet, we don't know all of the facts. We are just asking questions. That's all we do. That's all we do, is we ask questions, we look at things, repeat things, and just use common sense. Does this seem genuine? And also, there is a weird thing called deep fake, which I've already talked about. Even something like that can be put into it. Who remembers the inauguration with all of the photographs, different angles, and all of a sudden people disappeared? It's very, very strange what goes on in the mainstream media. And my point to you, all of you, whether you love Trump or whether you hate him, it doesn't matter. Start asking questions. And until then, what have we got to lose? We need to find out what's really going on. And yes, when you boil away the piss, like I call it, this is just another distraction. And another one is England's in the final soon. So think of it what you will. Please comment under the video. Let me know what you think, whether it's staged, whether it is genuine, whether there's something I've missed. Let us all know. It'd be awesome. You guys take care. Thanks for watching and stay funky.